Summer is synonymous with wildfires. 2025 is already one of the most prolific wildfire seasons on record across the country. Dennis Mersereau joins us now to talk about the wildfire smoke that stretches literally from coast to coast. Dennis, let's break down how bad the wildfire situation really is this year first off.
It's been a terrible wildfire season across Canada, and it's only the beginning of August. As of the beginning of the month, we've seen 6.6 million hectares of land burned across the country. That's one of the highest totals in recent memory since at least the middle of the 1980s. And nearly 60% of that land burned so far has been in Saskatchewan and Manitoba alone.
There are hundreds of concurrent wildfires all across the country, and these wildfire complexes are hard to understand and comprehend the sheer size. In some areas, it's only been the second time in the last decade where we have surpassed the 10-year average for area burned, and it's reflective of how hot and dry, of course, it has been in the west. But what about all the way in the east where wildfire smoke is traveling as well?
Yeah, when we have all these wildfires burning on the prairies and throughout Western Canada, we have a prolific amount of smoke churning into the atmosphere. And the wildfires on the northern prairies this year are in just the perfect spot for all that smoke to get caught up in the jet stream. And as those upper level winds scream from west to east across the country, they're dragging the smoke right along with them to places like Ontario, Quebec, and Atlantic Canada. And as weather systems move into the region, we have rain, thunderstorms, and cold fronts as they sweep through Ontario, especially Ontario. We have the smoke mixing down to the surface, which reduces air quality and can lead to some health issues for folks in the region.
And it won't stop there. Our Canadian wildfire smoke will go on quite the journey this week, as a huge slug of it will be parceled off and taken by that jet stream on a 6,000-kilometer journey, and bringing poor air quality up to England, Ireland, even France, and then enter the next player on stage. Why will the smoke linger so much as it is this week in southern Ontario? What's blocking it in place? Because it's really setting up shop, Dennis.
Yeah, folks in Ontario won't be able to shake the smoke this year or this week because of the center of high pressure that's sitting over Quebec. It's going to cause some of the smoke to backtrack into southern Ontario, and it's going to cut off some of the winds that'll keep the flow moving through the region. So we'll have this smoke just lingering day after day. Now, it won't be as bad every day. We'll have improving air quality day after day, but it's going to keep the air quality degraded throughout the region at times, which could be bad for sensitive folks.
Yeah, let's reiterate as well, it's not the bright sunrises and sunsets that are the problem. That's when that smoke is aloft in the upper levels of the atmosphere. It's when that smoke mixes down to the surface that it can be not only uncomfortable, but downright dangerous as well. Let's talk about some of the hazards associated with breathing in wildfire smoke, Dennis.
Yeah, the particles that are in wildfire smoke can cause sensitivity for your nose, your airways, your lungs. It can even cause nosebleeds at times. And for folks who live with health conditions like asthma or chronic bronchitis, it can even cause flare-ups, which can be dangerous if you have any of those health issues. And if this wildfire smoke can also make you more susceptible to coming down with respiratory illnesses like the flu and possibly even COVID.
Okay, remember, the vulnerable population includes those with respiratory conditions, pregnant women, children, and the elderly. The long-term effects are unclear of wildfire smoke. Always monitor for signs and symptoms, especially if there is poor air quality around your area. And we will continue to monitor and, of course, break down the numbers of this incredibly prolific and devastating wildfire season that's really only partway through. Dennis, thank you so much for joining us on this episode of The Breakdown.